Here is the truth. Posting more content won't make you the authority. It just makes you noisier. Hi, I'm Christelle Biiga, your Podcast Matchmaker. My agency offers done-for-you podcast booking services on top 5% podcasts to coaches, consultants, and CEOs so their voice gets heard by the audiences that matter most. So if you want visibility without burnout and authority that compounds, this channel is for you. Let me paint a picture. Most entrepreneurs are stuck in what I call the visibility hamster wheel. You post on Instagram, you post on LinkedIn, you try YouTube shorts, maybe you even dance on TikTok. And sure, you're active, but activity is not authority. Here is the problem. Your dream clients aren't endlessly scrolling. They are not looking for the loudest person in the room. They are listening to the voices they already trust and making buying decisions based on that trust. That means you can produce 30 pieces of content a week and still be invisible to the right people. So if content volume doesn't create authority, what does? I'm glad you asked. But before I answer that question for you, I want you to know that this video is sponsored by Exposure Maven, which is my podcast booking agency. We book our clients on top 5% podcasts, and it's all done for you. From researching the right shows to pitching and following up, you don't have to lift a finger, and the bookings are guaranteed. So if you are ready to get on top tier podcast, use the link in the description to schedule a call with me. Let's get back to it. If content volume doesn't create authority, what does? There are 3 things that actually build authority. Number 1, positioning. It's not just what you say, but where you are seen saying it. Authority is borrowed from the platforms, the people, and stages you associate with. Number 2, credibility transfer. When you share a stage or a podcast with trusted leaders, some of their credibility rubs off on you. That's why certain interviews position you instantly while others don't move the needle. Number 3, consistency in the right rooms. It's better to be in front of thousands of the right people consistently than 100,000 random eyeballs once. Authority compounds when you show up again and again in curated spaces your ideal audience already respects. Now, here is where podcast comes in. There are millions of podcasts in the world, but only the top 5% matter. Why? Because those shows have loyal, curated audiences, people who binge, trust, and take action. Being on a small podcast is like talking in an empty coffee shop, but being on a top 5% podcast is like giving a keynote at an industry event where your ideal clients are in every seat. Let me give you an example. One of my clients, a 7-figure coach, had been stuck in the hamster wheel for months. Constant content, very little ROI. Once we secured placements for her on top podcast her audience already trusted, everything shifted. She wasn't just another coach posting online. She was now in conversations with industry leaders, and that positioned her as the authority. She didn't have to create more. She just had to be in the right rooms. So let me ask you, are you posting endlessly, or are you positioning yourself as the authority? To help you find out, I created a free tool for you. It's called the Visibility Power Scorecard. In just 2 minutes, you will see exactly where you stand and whether you are ready for top 5% podcast placement. Click the link in the description below to take the scorecard now. And don't forget to subscribe, because in the next video, I'll show you the hidden cost of being invisible to your dream clients. Your voice belongs to the biggest stages. Let's get you there.